Hey guys, I'm Natalie. Welcome to today's low impact, full body, high intensity workout. Today's going to be another all standing workout, so you won't need your floor mat, just a set of hand weights. Let's start with a nice wide stance. Feet are facing out to the corners of the room and we'll do our 2-minute warm up. Let's start with a little squat tap and set up our form. So pull yourself up through the crown of the head, a nice long tall torso supported by a really strong core. 3 big shoulder rolls up and back for 1, 2, and 3, keeping them back and down the whole time you're working out with that nice long torso, arms up, and little jabs to the front. We'll do my favorite warm up today, which is this boxing warm up. So you're imagining that one of these is going to hit you right in the belly button and your abs are braced for impact. So you're not holding your breath or sucking the belly button into the spine. You're just holding the abs nice and firm, and that's helping keep the torso long and tall. Let's do 2 and 1. On the next one, turn it into cross-body hooks. So now you're pivoting at the hip and the punching bags on either side of the body. You're punching up at shoulder height, making sure you're not just going through the motions, you're actually giving it a little jab, pivoting at the hip for 3, 2, and 1. Let's do uppercuts. Come a little bit lower into that squat tap, warming up the lower body, punching bag up in front of the face, punching up into it like you mean it, not just flopping the arms up there. Let's do a few more for 3, 2, and 1. Maintain this wide stance, reaching side to side, and let's watch our form, making sure knees are behind toes. So I don't want you up here. Sit back into it, torso's long and tall, not hunched over. For 3, 2, and 1. Shuffle on the spot. I'm going to show you the first move. 2 hand weights. Start with a narrow stance. Sit back into the squat so the knees aren't here. Sit back into it with a nice long tall torso. Bicep curl, palms facing in. Wide squat, stand, wide squat together. So we're staying low. Here we go. Wide squat, stand, wide together. Staying low as we step out into a wide squat and then back into a narrow squat. Really sitting back into it. Palms are facing in. You're doing a hammer curl for the biceps. Wide, stand, wide together. So now your left leg. Really sit back into this, guys, not hunched over and not like this. If your knees are above your toes, send that booty back. Really exaggerate it. Here we go. Wide, stand, wide together. We are loading up the quads in round 1 and 3. So don't hate me for it. You are going to feel your quads. That's the idea. Keep the torso long and tall. 2, 1. Shake it out. Same position. Come low. Tap back with the right foot. Together. Stand. Together. Tricep extension. Tricep extension. Here we go. Tap back. Together. Stand. Together. So you're doing the stand with the knee up and then passing through center with this low squat. So it's 1 move, 2 moves, and then always going back to this low squat with the booty pressed back. Left leg. So sit back into it here, guys. Not here and not here. So tap back together, up together. So start pivoting forward, tap it back, and then vertical. Pivot forward, and then vertical. And just repeating this tricep extension. Palms are facing in, arms are close to the body, and you're squeezing back, squeezing back. 2, 1. Well done, guys. Wide, low plie. Keep these knees pressed back. We're going to do a curtsy, together, stand, together. Get ready. Curtsy to stand, upright row, upright row. Get low in the curtsy and then always returning to this low wide plie squat through center. So it's 2 moves. That's 1 and 2. Other side. So always starting or returning to this position. Curtsy, wide squat, stand, wide squat. Here we go. Curtsy and stand. Always passing through center in a low, wide squat. Yeah, I feel my quads too. Stay low. We've only got 1 more move and then we give them a rest. and then upright row. Okay, shake it out. Here's the last move of this round. Start low, grab the weights, front raise, pivot forward, and then knee up. Here we go, pivot forward, and then elbow to hip. Straight arms, bent arms. Straight arms as you pivot, and then your right elbow to your right hip as you bring that right knee up. Always returning to the low plie squat. Shake it out. So I'm holding the weights together, starting with a front raise. Pivot forward, and then left elbow to left hip. Here we go, pivot forward, left elbow to left hip as you bring that left knee up. Always returning to a low plie squat through center. Hey, I'm feeling it. So that's one move, two moves, 2, 1. Grab a drink, guys. And now one hand weight, right leg, right arm. Bring the leg back. We're going to do one knee, one kick, and then just a really soft arm. Push, pull, push, pull. Don't throw it around. Here we go. One knee, one kick. So we're doing a repeating overhead press, palms facing in, and just one knee, one kick, torso long and tall, like you've got an imaginary book on that head. Let the core work here to keep that torso tall. Other side, left leg. So it's just a knee and a kick, being soft with that arm. Don't throw it around. Step back with the left leg, torso long and tall. Here we go. One knee, one kick. So it's just a push and a pull with the arm, nice and gentle, working that shoulder, working the core, working this standing leg and this kicking leg. One knee, one kick, torso is tall. Well done, guys. Wide stance, weight in the right hand, 90-degree angle with the arm. Kick the butt with the left leg, and then knee to elbow, opposite arm, opposite leg. Here we go, kick, and then knee to elbow, and making sure you're squeezing the shoulder blade as you kick the booty. Squeeze and squeeze. And then on the knee to elbow, keep the torso tall. Don't crunch over to get there. Just bring the knee and the elbow towards the mid-plane. So I want you to make sure you're squeezing the shoulder blade. It's a really subtle, small move. I'm not actually kicking my booty either. I'm just getting the foot towards the bottom. So kick and knee, squeeze and across. Torso long and tall. Don't crunch to get there. Every move is a core move. Let the core help keep the torso long and tall. All right, guys, we're gonna rear lunge with your right leg. Rear lunge and then pull, making sure you've got two 90-degree angles. Don't open up that hip. Here we go. Rear lunge, pull. We're working the core. Keep the torso long and tall though. Don't crunch over. Draw the knee up as you pull the weight in. We're slowing it down a little bit to give you a chance to get deep into that rear lunge. 2, 1. Your left leg. When you're stepping back into it, knee over ankle. If your knee's here, pull the body weight back. If you're open, tuck the hip under. Here we go, back and pull. Keep that torso vertical on this one. So you're stepping back, down into the rear lunge, and then pulling the weight towards your abs, towards your belly button. All right, guys, right leg. We're gonna do a figure 8 side lunge, drawing a figure 8 with that weight. Starting with the knee up, across the hip, side lunge. So hip to inside of the foot. Pivoting forward, backs long and tall. Pivot forward, vertical. Let the core help get you back up out of that side lunge. Other side. So across the body and down, making sure that you're not hunching over to get down. Send that booty back, torso's long and tall. Here we go. Across the hip and then inside that leg. Don't worry about how far down you're coming. Just keep that torso long and tall, and think about sitting back into that side lunge. A few more. 2, 1. Grab a drink. Back to 2 hand weights. So grab both pairs. Sit back into that squat, remember? And we're going to step low, stand, low, together. Making sure the knees aren't here. You're really sitting back into it. Get ready with a bicep curl. Here we go. Wide, stand, wide, together. Keeping that torso long and tall. Really exaggerate that straight back and stick that booty back there. Palms are in. It's a hammer curl. Really loading your left quad. Shake it out. Now the left side. So step, stand, step, together. Not here, sit back into it. Get ready. Wide, stand, wide, together. Low, stand, low, low. So I am deliberately trying to load up this quad. Stay low, keep that booty pressed back. We've only got 5 seconds to go. All right, shake it out. Get back into that low position. We're going to tap it back with the tricep extension, knee up with the tricep extension. Here we go, just your right leg. Tap together, stand together. So pivot forward, vertical. Pivot forward, vertical. Always coming back to this narrow squat position, pivoting forward through the center. Squeeze the triceps, squeeze the triceps. So I'll show you on the left leg. Pivot forward, tricep extension together, tricep extension together. Get ready. Tap it back together, knee up together. Squeeze the triceps and squeeze the triceps. Let the core also help here. Going vertical and then pivoting forward. Squeeze and squeeze. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Well done, guys. Low, wide plie. We're going to do a curtsy, wide squat, stand, wide squat with an upright row. Curtsy, stand. Always going through center in this low plie. So this is 1 move, 2 moves. And the start is always this low wide squat. Upright row, upright row. Loading the quads. We're going to be doing your right leg now. Come low, let the hands hang. Your right leg. Curtsy, squat, stand, squat. Upright row, upright row. Keep that torso long and tall. Get low. Stand, low, low. Keep it going, guys. 3 more seconds. Shake it out. Okay, low wide squat. Keep the knees pressed back. Grab the weights, hands out in front. Pivot forward and then bring it in. Here we go. Pivot forward, right elbow to right hip as you drive that right knee up. Stand, pivot forward, stand. Making sure when you pivot forward, the back is long and tall. Don't hunch over to get down there. Oh, I got out of that one. So I want to make sure that you're coming forward like this, not like this. Send that booty back. Here we go. Forward, left elbow to left hip. Pivot forward, left elbow. Drive that elbow to the hip. So we've got straight arms, bent arms. This is a core move, but I'm sure you're also feeling your quads and inner thighs. Grab a drink. All right, guys, so pick up that 1 hand weight, starting with the can-can, last round. Arm overhead, don't hunch that shoulder up, loose and relaxed. Knee and kick, nice and soft. So not hunched, loose and relaxed. Abs engaged, back up tall, 1 knee, 1 kick. Palm facing in, just a pull and a push of that arm. Abs are engaged. Imagine a book on your head. Let's get that form right. Last round. And then you are done. and 1. Other side, left leg, not hunch, loose and relax. 1 knee, 1 kick. Don't hunch over. Make those abs work. Help keep that torso tall. 1 knee, 1 kick. A soft shoulder, a soft arm, not throwing the weight around. I get really sloppy when I'm tired, so I've got to concentrate a little bit more. So I'm reminding myself by telling you. 2, 1. All right, guys, wide stance. A nice right angle with that arm, opposite leg. Kick, knee to elbow. So squeeze that shoulder blade and bring that heel towards the bottom. Kick and then knee. It doesn't matter if your heel's not kicking your bottom. Squeeze the shoulder blade. It's a little move, like 5 centimeters, 1 inch. Squeeze it. And then keeping the torso tall. Other side. So it's just a little move. Kick and then across. Squeeze that shoulder blade. Right leg, here we go. Kick and then just bringing the knee and the elbow towards the midplane. Focus on that shoulder blade. Squeeze it and squeeze it. You will feel your upper back and your shoulders today. And the quads. 2, 1. Well done, guys. Right leg, remember, stepping into that rear lunge. 2 right angles. Torso's long and tall. And then draw that knee in. Here we go. Rear lunge, pull. Rear lunge, pull. I'm slowing it down to give you a chance to get that right knee close to the ground. Get deep in that rear lunge. Also working this left quad and left glute. 2, 1. So now your left leg. So you're stepping back into it. 2 right angles. If that knee's pressing out, pull your body weight back. Here we go. Rear lunge, pull. Making sure your torso's long and tall. Put that book back on top of your head. Sometimes we pivot forward in the rear lunge, not today. Pull and pull. Guys, last 2 moves. We're gonna do that figure 8, figure 8. Starting right knee. Here we go, figure 8, and then coming nice and deep into that side lunge, but do it by sitting back into it. Keeping the breaths nice and deep. I'm feeling it. 2, 1. Left leg, so it comes up, and then side lunge. Not here, sit back into it so that your knees behind your toes. Here we go, figure 8, last move of the day. Let's come up with a nice, long, tall torso. Pushing up off that left foot if you can. I'm feeling it, guys. Let's go. 2, 1. You are done. Give yourself a round of applause. Step forward with the right foot. Step back with the left. Feet are facing forward. And sink back into it. Sink back into that left foot. Bring your left arm up in front of the body. Catch it with your right. And breathe into that left shoulder as you sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. Stay here. Bring your left arm up and reach down the center of your back. Press down on the elbow with the other hand. And if you like, very gently leaning over to the right side of your body to get a bit deeper in that hip stretch. Back to center. Pivot this back foot so it's now perpendicular and come down into a deep warrior, stretching the arms apart from each other. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Bring your front hand, your right hand or forearm onto that front leg and very gently leaning up and over, bringing your left arm up over the body, looking under that armpit, but don't crunch the shoulder up to the ears. Keep it loose and relaxed even though you're stretching out that arm. Come back to center. Step the feet together. The other foot steps back. The feet are both facing forward. Front knee is bent. Sink this back heel and open up this hip. Bringing your right hand up in front of the body. Catch it with the left. Breathe into that shoulder. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Bring your right arm up, reach down the center of the back, press back down on that elbow. If you've got the balance, very gently coming to the left side of your body to open up that right hip, sorry. A little bit more. Back to center. Pivot that back foot so it's perpendicular. Stretch the arms away from each other, making sure you're not hunching the shoulders into a nice warrior. Bring your front hand or forearm down on your left leg. Right arm reaches up and over the top of the head. Be careful not to hunch up that shoulder. Keep it loose and relaxed even while you're pressing the hand away. Getting a nice stretch on the side of the body. Come back up to warrior. Step together, guys, we're almost done. Let's give our quads a quick stretch. The stretch is really important. I know I always try and cram it into 2 minutes, but it's so important to get this stretching done while the muscles and the body's still warm. So stretching out one quad, we work them today. You deserve a very deep quad stretch. Pushing back against this hand, even if you're all the way down here, hold on to a wall if you need to. Guys, let's do 3 big arm circles up and back for 1, 2, 3. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for working out with me. Thank you for keeping me motivated. Please leave any comments or suggestions you have down below. And I hope to see you for the next workout.